He does try and target it down, but Destiny does save it with very red HP. More drops coming, denied by those fungal growths right before he can get on top here. And more fungal growth and infested Terrans will actually take those overlords down quite fast. Nice play by Destiny, keeping those drops from coming. Now trying to fungal those roaches as they go away. Slush trying to drop still, but denied. He will drop a couple infested Terrans and keep fungling that overlord until it dies. Now Slush obviously will drop those roaches, but they will also die, and I think he will eventually stop trying to drop there. That hatchery getting transfused because he does not want it to get picked off by a drop, which is quite easy to do if you have drops at this point. So 3 queens at the third base will try to transfuse that base back to full health so it doesn't get picked off that easily. You can see Destiny actually positioning his army to prevent any kind of drop from picking it off. He really wants to save it, and I agree with him because since Slush doesn't seem to have a third base, there might be one up here. But since Slush doesn't have a third base, if he can keep this alive, he will be ahead. And here goes, trying to pick it off with a drop. He might get it, but I actually clicked there by accident. He will be able to transfuse it though, so I don't believe it will go down unless a second drop comes straight away. If this can only load, I will refresh this, and here it comes. I am sorry about that, guys, right in the start of the action, middle of the action. And there it goes. He did save that base and is fungling these roaches from the high ground. He will eventually be able to kill them all. Oh, that's too bad. You can see him saying, hear him saying, no, he should have been able to pick off all of those roaches for free. See, that base didn't even die yet. It got transfused just in time by those 3 queens there. His guardians, those 3 queens, will prevent that base from going down by transfusing as much as they can. That third base, absolutely crucial for Destiny now. It gives him the edge. You can see Slush taking his third base. Okay, Get Crunky, thanks for watching. I hope we will see you again on my stream. I will try and stream all week long and maybe this weekend. Let's get back to this game. Destiny actually going for a counterattack, missing those burrowed roaches, but fungling them as soon as they pop out, and now they can't burrow anymore because of that fungal, putting down a few fungals on them, killing completely all those roaches, but those roaches counterattacking at the third base, transfusing before it goes down. Slush targeting that third base, and it does go down despite all of Destiny's efforts, but now he will counterattack with all those roaches and infestors. I don't think Slush has an answer for this. He will deny. 2 infestors going down in the main of Destiny. We might be seeing a base race here from these 2 players. Of course, Destiny does have the stronger army, but with reinforcements from Slush, he might be able to hold this off. Although a lot of infestors from Destiny going into the main base, picking off all those roaches, no more fungal growth in for those infestors, gonna send them to the third base. Now Slush actually taking out a lot of stuff in the main. Now Destiny only has his second base mining, losing his third base completely, not even rebuilding it yet. He has a lot of money stacked up, Destiny. He has 2,000 minerals, but not enough larvae to do anything with it. That second base getting denied as well. I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is so intense. Both players are in each other's main, just wrecking havoc and dropping a lot of infested Terrans. Now we see Slush actually has a 4th base up there, throwing down a whole bunch of spine crawlers. And it is now 1 base versus 1 base for both these players. All the tech gonna go down for Slush. Fortunately, Destiny did save his lair, and the hive going down for Slush. Now 2 mutalisks doing the works on these roaches, but will take forever to kill them. Slush just losing his hive tech. while Destiny, not even losing too much of his tech in his main, will try and get a third back going, which is obviously his second now that the main's not mining. Not many workers by both of these players, although Slush does have that fourth base, and I guess it's been mining for a while now because Destiny hasn't been scouting there too often. Destiny will send out his roaches, trying to make something happen with them. Those three mutalisks are going to try and harass that main base, but won't do much because three mutalisks will take forever to kill anything. Leaving that queen in the right position so it's protected by everything. A few infestors caught off guard here, killing one before he can even fungal. Another fungal going down for Slush on the roaches. But a few infestors here on the high ground for Slush, denying mining on Destiny's second base, and these games are actually quite intense here. A lot of spine crawlers going up in Root's, well, main now, I guess. It's his main base, just getting lair tech there. There are at least 10 spine crawlers in the spire there. Destiny doesn't actually have an answer to that spire because all he has is roaches and infestors and no gas to make any more infestors, starting to lose all of them. So if that mute account gets a bit too out of control, Destiny will lose here. Destiny trying to scramble to get more gas going. He actually did spend all of his 2,000 minerals trying to rebuild his stuff. Now separating workers from his third and his second base. Both these players in a very intense situation right now. Amazing game. I'm speechless from this game, how micro-intensive this is. This has to be one of the most exhausting games these players have played. It is now a 24-minute ZvZ. You know if you're 24 minutes in a ZvZ, and there has been a base race that hasn't ended the game. It is a great game. Now actually more harassment going on Destiny's third base. Trying to transfer drones back to his main. More burrowed infestors for Slush at Destiny's third base, going to spawn a lot of infested Terrans. Gonna try and take that out. I think they will be able to. Destiny throwing a whole bunch of spine crawlers, but too little too late. He does lose that third base. In the meantime, we have Slush actually taking his second and third base again. His main is now cross position from his original main base. Destiny will have to try and reclaim that third, and most likely will put a spore crawler, I believe, is overseer there. Yes, there are spore crawlers being burrowed, and Destiny actually scrambling to get any kind of forces out. He is very much mineral starved, and he will try and harass with the infestors he has, but with the Slush 2 bases ahead, because let's face it, Destiny isn't really mining here, although Slush isn't mining on his third anyways. Slush will most likely sacrifice this just to get some forces up. If he is on 2 bases, he will have a lot of forces when Destiny does go up his ramp. Destiny checking for another hatchery from Slush going at his original second base. You can see some drones are mining there. Slush did sacrifice this third base, but he did not actually lose much there. He had nothing mining. Now, it's basically an infestor wars from these two players. More infested Terrans going into Destiny's main base. He will lose a lot of stuff there. He will lose his lair, and more infested Terrans going down here. I feel like Destiny should have more detection going down. He knows about these infestors, and yet doesn't have detection at his bases. Maybe reposition some of those spine and spore crawlers from his third base to his expansion, just to make sure that no infestors can drop any infested Terrans there. But Destiny burrowing his own infestors will go for a counterattack here. More tech being denied by Slush in Destiny's main base. More infested Terrans. They will be targeting down that infestation pit. and a lot of spine crawlers in Slush's expansion at this point, I guess. With a spore crawler, will be able to deny all of those infestors from going up there. Now they get spotted, a few of them die for nothing, 3, now 4, and Destiny GG's out of there. Epic game, Destiny scrambling at the end to survive, but Slush eventually gets the best of him. Great game here by these two. Hopefully we will see a game 3, because it has been, we have seen 2 games and it's 1-1 now.